From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
Our resolutions. Welcome. What's going on, folks? 1 second, TikTok for a second. Topic for today, we're talking about still working it out. Waiting on the butterfly, as I'm streaming in multiple directions here this evening. But we're talking about a good one here tonight. I've been holding this one for quite some time. Got a call from my good friend Tammy out of Memphis. I said, hey, let's do it. Why not? So I called this a pop-up. Hold on 1 second. She's having problems getting in. Hold on 1 sec. I'll be right back, folks. Live TV. Let's see. We'll run a commercial. I'll be right back.
Somebody gon' get to tell them that I'm coming. And you can tell them that I'm coming. Tell them that I'm coming. Somebody tell the world that I'm coming. I'm trying to tell the world that I'm coming. You tell them that I'm coming. Somebody tell the world that I'm coming. Somebody tell the world that I'm coming.
God, don't give up on me yet. I know I'm not your best bet, but I'm trying. Don't give up on me yet. Ooh, and God, don't leave me here alone. I know I need to grow still, and I'm trying. Don't leave me here alone.
been holding on to this one for quite some time. Um, she gave me a call today. Good friend of mine out from Memphis, and she wants the podcast. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. Working it out. I'm working it out. As I was going back over the notes on this topic, I got to thinking about, and there she goes right there, one sec. The butterfly. What's going on with you?
I'm not liking this.
You're not liking it? What's going on with
What's happening? You sent me a link where I got to sign on my phone. What's up with that?
I have no idea. So the link that I just sent you a link, do you need me to email it real quick?
The same I emailed it. It won't open from that way. I did email it to myself. You
Are
try
you
it though.
are you serious?
Yeah, try it.
Wow.
Why don't you try emailing it to me?
Let me try it. Just stay right there for a second.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, hold on a second. This is live.
That's how it works. That's how it
There
is.
it is. There it is. Let me see if I can get in here and do
Can't
this
close
real
it out
quick.
and tweak it. You got to tweak it while it's
There
live.
it is. And you're absolutely right. So no, we're good. We're good. We're definitely good.
I told you
Uh,
what's up with this earlier,
yeah,
and
it's
it's
all
all
good.
good.
It's all good. We're gonna get it done.
It's been a minute, you guys. It's been a minute since I've been on. Matter of fact, almost December 17th was the
Almost
last
a year.
time. It's been
Almost
a
a year.
year. It's been a year.
Yeah.
It's been
One
a year.
second.
Well
One
over
second.
a year. But it's all good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am looking for
So
this
I'm not gonna
article.
talk about that tonight or the
Nah, you
reason
good.
why it's been so long, but while he's working to get me properly signed on and in, like I'm not a guest but a business partner, right?
Exactly. Yep.
While he's doing it the correct way, you guys.
Hey,
So
which one you want me to send it to? I got 1,000 emails
901
coming.
butterflies, 901 butterflies. Um, so December 17th of 2024, your girl, the butterfly, and I'm not going to talk about it tonight because it's going to have to be a special edition, went into a diabetic coma.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just thankful to be here. I'll accept the technology hiccup.
There it is. But you know, you and
But
I, we're gonna make that work. We're gonna make
we're
it
gonna make
pop.
that one work, you guys, because it is a show to have.
Check your email.
I'm here. I'm signed on, so
Okay.
it is definitely something to talk about because uh, while it was one of the most challenging times in my life, it has been the most spiritual, rewarding times of my life.
You know why, right? You know why?
Why?
Greater is coming. Greater is coming.
It gets greater
Greater
later, and
is coming.
sometimes you have to
Exactly.
do what you have to do to get what you want and where you want to go.
Absolutely.
But I'll
Greater is
tell y'all,
coming.
sometimes God has to snatch you up and put you in the fire. Let you
Absolutely.
see
Absolutely.
how it feels to burn when you're not doing His will.
Absolutely.
So I'll leave it at that because we're not gonna have this show
There it
tonight.
is.
Okay, so let's see if this is. I think. See, I think it's something you did. Let me do this. So let me close this one out.
Yeah, close that one out. Cool. I'll talk to TikTok while you get your stuff together over on that end.
Okay. All right.
You got it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. There we go.
There
Now
it
we're
is.
cooking with grease. We're cooking
It was
with
you.
grease. We're cooking.
You did not send me what I needed.
I don't
Oh, I
know what I
didn't close
did.
it. I didn't close it. I didn't close it.
Let me disconnect you one sec.
There it is. Hurry up. There
There
it
you go.
is.
You good. I just got
Okay.
it.
So
Cool.
are
Good
we
stuff.
on TikTok as well?
We're on TikTok over here on this end in the studio over here. So
Gotcha.
they can hear me, but they can't hear you
Gotcha.
until we
What?
work those bugs out on your end. Yeah, they can't because I got the monitors in the headset.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll have to work
but
that
it's
out
all
for
good.
you.
It's all good. TikTok, if you guys go and follow the butterfly, it's the communication coach right there on TikTok. Um, she'll be doing a live with me periodically once we get her squared away with the TikTok account. But she's on TikTok. She's the coach, communication coach. But tonight we'll be talking about. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. It's a topic that Tammy called me with several months ago. So we've been holding this for quite some time. So as I'm going back and doing the research, and I'm like, okay, let me check this out. And she called me. She's like, let's do it. Let's get it on and popping. So I
That
got
is
to
not
thinking
how it
about
happened. That is not how it
you
happened.
called. Didn't you call me?
Yes, and you said you were working on a show, and I said, "Okay, what's the topic?" You said, "I don't know. I'm still working on it." I said, "That's the topic."
I said that. I'm still working on it. Okay. This
Yes,
brain of mine.
and
So
I
I
said,
did say what I'm still working on it. And she said, hey, that's the topic. Okay. So I got to thinking about, right? I got to thinking about it. Thinking about these resolutions that people make toward the latter part of December. It gets heavy on the resolutions going toward the end of December, right? Talking about, oh, I'm gonna get in this gym, I'm gonna work it out, I'm gonna do this, and they doing the vision board and all this other stuff. But if you're committed to yourself, you don't have to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you're committed, you don't have to do it. That's just my opinion. But let's just be honest. Let's talk about how in today's climate, there's a highlight reel. Everyone wants a highlight reel, but they don't talk about the mountain. They don't show the mountain. By the time you get the highlight reel, you get the molehill. I don't want to see the molehill. I want to see the struggle. I want to see what took you there. I want you to inspire me. I want to see the struggle. And I'm still working on it in the same process. So it's okay to still be working on it, but be committed to it.
"You know,
Be
I have a
committed to it.
question. What
Go ahead. What's your question?
for the people and for me too, you guys, because I've started on 2026. I started
Hmm.
a few weeks ago. Because I don't want to do 2026 like I did 2025, 2024. I don't want to go into the new year talking
Hmm.
about it. I don't want to be at the end of 2026 still working on it. I do
Exactly.
not. So ask yourself the question, what is it that you're still working on at the end of 2025 that you started as a New Year resolution in 20, and I'm saying this right, in 2024? What have you bought over? And again, not saying that you don't still work on things, but sometimes you guys, we're waiting on confirmation when God has already given you revelation.
Right. Exactly.
He's already given you the grace, the mercy, the favor, and the power to put a period to that thing. Get up, stop working
Exactly.
on it, and make it work.
Well, let's be honest. Let's start it off with talking about I'm still working on it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with still working on it, but
Sure.
be committed to that. Be committed to the process. Be committed to the work. You have to be committed first to still be working on it. But if you're just talking, that's just gibberish. That's all it is gibberish. I'll give you an example, right? At my facility, at my gym, at my club. A lot of people talk about I'm gonna work out, I'm coming to work out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, all the way up until the latter part of December. And I might see them on the 2nd of January. I give them a week and they're gone. So that tells me it was just gibberish. It was just gibberish. But if you're committed to it, you're committed to yourself like Jordan, the 23 Jordan, not the 45. I'm talking about the 23. You know what I'm saying? The follow through Jordan. You got to follow through with that. So, talking about it, making it look good, highlight reels and all this other stuff. Show me the dirty stuff. When you getting in there, when you getting down in there and committing yourself to it, because it's going to take a ton of work.
You know what? I think that, and I mean, I'm sorry, but I think we get caught up in, you guys, we have some bad weather going on here, so I might go in and out. But I think we get caught up in talking about it
Right.
often, that we talk so much about working on it that we truly forget to go hard and grind and work, make the
And you know what? And
sacrifices,
you know why,
get up
Tammy? You know
early,
why?
stay
You
up
know why
late,
we
like
talk
to
about it?
go to the gym.
You know why we talk about it? Because society place
Why
that
is that?
pressure on us for instant results. We don't want to do the work, want to get to the end goal, want to get to the end goal first. Oh, I got to show everybody what I've done. They want to show you the molehill after the mountain's gone. They don't want to show you the mountain because they want to get to the end results. They want to get to that highlight reel. That's not where it's at. That's not called commitment. That's called that's just crazy to me. I just don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's not called commitment. Doing the work.
You know,
Go
you
ahead. I'm
reminded me
sorry.
of something. You reminded me of a professor's college professor said to us,
Uh-huh.
you can't, and I hope I'm saying this right, you can't learn to climb mountains by practicing on ant hills,
That's real talk.
if that
Tammy
makes
says you
sense.
can't learn to climb mountains by practicing on ant hills. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it.
not
But we're
mine. Came
so
from
we're
came from a
so
college professor. So I won't take the credit for it.
she says it come from a college professor. But here's the thing though, man. We so caught up in this highlight reel age to where we want to show the results before we do the work. It's not gonna get it. That's when you get stuck in that rut of I'm still working on it. Of course you are, because you're not committed to yourself. Of course you're still working on it. It's okay to be working on it, but you got to commit
You
to
know,
it first.
I challenge people to go ahead and whatever it is you're going to carry over, and well, whatever it is you're going to say, 2026, this is what
Right.
I'm going to do. I challenge you guys to start now. Start now. If you're going to go to the gym in 2026, go tomorrow. If you're going to
That
start
you don't
eating better in 2026, start tomorrow. Matter of fact, start today,
exactly.
tonight.
Do you
What is
believe in
it?
resolutions?
What do I?
Yeah.
You saying do I?
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you
make them
believe in
anymore.
resolutions?
I used to.
Good.
Making New Year's resolutions? No, I used to, but I think I was more caught up in the world. As I was saying earlier, I don't think I expanded on this part of it. Like we wait, we're sitting around waiting, right?
Right. Right.
Rather than working, right? And so when we're waiting, you guys, you may think, oh, I did a little bit here, I did a little bit there. But if you talk to successful people, they grind every day hard.
Every
They
single
wake up
day. Every
grinding, they
single
go to
day.
sleep grinding every single day. You think that
Every
they just
single day.
popped up and made it there one day. Not everybody
Exactly.
comes from old money and old success. Not everyone was handed down. Hey, my father and my mother was an actress or
Right.
whatever. You know, not everybody gets it that way. Some people really, really had to go hard. And first of all,
So
you
my
got to
question
know
is the
what
thing. My thing. Society, like I said, society places us in this box where we want to show the shine, but we really don't want to show people the dirty part. I'll give you an example with this recovery. You know that feeling, that thing all too well with me, right? But the moment I was given the instructions to work out, to show this disabled hand, this disabled side, the blindness, all this stuff, the superficial side of me was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a little too much for me. This is too much for me. I can't do I can't do that. My ego was still getting in the way, still bedridden at that point. I was in my way. I was in the way. But the moment I started getting and doing the work, and the moment God injected that greatness back into me, because I lost my confidence, my ego was bruised, bedridden. So that ego was gone. It was bruised, seriously bruised, right? But the moment I turned that camera on, and while I was still in a wheelchair, and handed it to my nurse, I said, "Can you film me? I'm in a wheelchair. Can you film me?" They needed to see the dirty part for me to get to this part now. They needed to see that. That needed to be shown. The arm barely working,
do you think you
halfway
also needed
blind.
to see it?
I needed to see it because that's the only way I got over myself. I had to sit with myself. I was forced with myself. I was forced to sit with myself. That was the only way. I had to accept it. I had to accept it. So the only way I was able to show you guys the dirty part, I had to sit with myself first. This is why I could do this now. And the lights and cameras don't bother. I'm very comfortable. I'm back in my comfort zone. As you know, I've been doing this for 20 years. And it took me a huge blow to my ego. So I was
But you're still
afraid.
working on it, right?
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it.
I'm still working on it. And that's the thing, man. I want people to understand this. You can still be working on it, but you have to be committed. You have to be
Don't
committed.
get caught up in the I'm still working on it and never like I'm still having a baby 2 years ago. I'm still having
Right,
a
right,
baby. Like
right,
unless
right.
you're speaking it into existence. And then you
Exactly.
got to be doing something to get pregnant, to impregnate someone,
Exactly.
right? So that's what we're saying here cuz again, want to make it clear it's cool. It's necessary to be working on something, but you
Yeah.
have to be able to measure your work. What are you doing? Are you talking about it like he said earlier? What are you doing on
Right.
a daily basis? Are you planning for your success? Do you have a daily plan? Like what does look working on it look like today?
Exactly.
Where does
Tammy
that
has a
work
question.
take
Tammy has a
me?
question for you guys at TikTok. She said, "What does it look like? What does it look like working on it? What does it look like for you? Each individual in there. What does it look like for you to work on it?"
And what
And she
is it?
also says,
What's that?
"What
What
is
is
it?
it? What
What is
is
it?"
it?
And measure your work. So answer that question for me, and I'll get
Yeah.
back to her. Go ahead, Tammy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't know. Are you going live on Facebook and all that as well?
It's all over the place.
You should have sent your TikTok people over to.
Nah, because I broke up with H. Well, we can't say the name. I broke up with FB because they play on my money, so they still holding my money. And the only reason I started live streaming that
Gotcha,
tonight from
gotcha.
the studio is because you want to
Yeah,
stream.
I'll work on the TikTok thing, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm very new to TikTok. What
yeah,
about 2 weeks in now? 3 weeks in, maybe
yeah.
two.
About 2 weeks in, you've been over there on
Yeah,
TikTok,
yeah.
but I'm reserving. I'm holding back from dealing with FB right now because they still got a little. They got some change for me, man. And they changed their bylaws and all that other stuff. They know what they did. And they know what they owe. So yeah, it's a
But you
business
know
first,
what?
right?
I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, the they can't mess with you. What's for
At all.
you is for you. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
God has opened doors that I'm telling you that people look at you and think, how did she get through the door? And they're the ones that let you in, right? So they
Right.
think. Um, but all that means nothing. Your numbers
Exactly.
will still be your numbers. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
All
I
that
see you, cuz. I see
means
you, Mark. What's going on, brother? I see you, Saya. Good stuff, man. Thought we streaming to TikTok, get you guys familiarized with the butterfly, the communication coach, as well as the platform on this end, so you guys can see how it works and all that and whatnot. So good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. So Tammy, let's talk about how a ton of people fake positivity, right? And
a
that's
ton of
part
people
of
say
that.
that again.
A ton of people fake positivity.
Oh yeah, for
A
sure.
ton of people do that, and they still looking for that instant result. The people that's actually waiting on the instant result. So they've fallen into this rabbit hole of the fake positivity, knowing damn well they didn't do the work, knowing damn well. So you're faking it. You're not serving anybody, and you're doing yourself a great disservice by faking the positivity. And the reason I could talk like that because I've done the work. I continue to do the work every single day, 5 days a week. I can't fake this. You can't.
You've heard the greatest lies that we tell are the ones that we tell to
To
ourselves, right?
ourselves.
But
Exactly.
what takes that deeper, you guys, is that we tend to start to believe the lies.
Exactly. And that's what
Is
that's why you do yourself a great disservice when you believe the lies to yourself.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm better. No, you're not.
yeah.
Can you imagine if I
Oh,
lied to
I'm working
myself
on it.
about
No, you're not.
exactly? Can you imagine about can you imagine if I'm constantly lying to myself about this recovery and listen to the physician telling me, oh, 6 months is important and you got to get to that 6 months and that'll be it. And I know deep down in my heart, that's not it. I placed myself on a 7-year plan. I committed myself to 7 years. Guess what? I'm 6 years in. 6 years will be the 26th of next month of January. 26th of January will be 6 years. I've been committed to medical fitness, committed to myself. So if I'd have just sat there and believed these doctors, 6 months and everything is Okay, no, it's not okay. It's a constant workout repeatedly over and over again. You have to commit yourself to the work. Yes, I'm still working on it. That's the only way I want to hear you saying I'm still working on it. If it's consistent. Go ahead, Tammy. I'm sorry.
I think it's important too as we talk about this, especially since we're coming up on when at a time where people start to just go through a lot of emotions. Sometimes also those emotions are about the resolutions that you made at the beginning of the year, and here you are sitting at the end of the year,
Right.
pretty much sitting on many of those things, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You, although perhaps you may be saying, but I was working on it all along the way, but here we are at
Right.
the end of 2025, getting ready to go into 2026. An important question to ponder or to write down: what was my new, if they even remember, what was your New Year
Right.
resolutions?
And
Because
speaking on
if you
resolution,
remember them, that will show you that you've been working on them, right? Or that give you that give you an opportunity to measure your work.
right?
You're working on it this past year.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Trent. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And still, like I said, there's nothing wrong with working on it, but let's not go into the middle of January saying I'm still working on it. You got to implement that plan.
Let's not go until tomorrow. That's the kind
Exactly.
of,
Exactly.
that's what I'm talking about right there. That you want it so bad. I'm not. Why wait? This means that you're putting yourself
Exactly.
in. No, you've already been put in the box. You're staying in the box.
Exactly. So you shouldn't
If
wait
you're going to be
until
working on it in 2026 and it means something to you, start
exactly.
tonight.
So you shouldn't be waiting, just like Tammy said, start
Even if
tonight.
it's just
You shouldn't be
writing a
waiting. You shouldn't be
plan.
waiting till the second. Okay, I'm going to the gym today. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make it to the 2 weeks that you need to be consistent. Again, I'll say that again. If you wait until the second and say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to start going to the gym today on the second, after I had a smorgasbord the night before, I'm going to go to the gym on the second. 9 times out of 10, I could place a wager with each one of you guys. You're not going to make that 2 weeks to be committed. You're not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm not being a Debbie Downer. These are facts. This is a reality. So if you wait until the second to say, I'm going to the gym, and then you're going to go to the gym, after that smorgasbord of a meal on that New Year's Eve party or whatever it was, you're not going to make it to 2 weeks to make that commitment to yourself. I've been there. That's why I can tell you that. I've
Hey,
been there. Go ahead.
listen, I don't know how true this is, but something you said triggered me to look this up. Um, Many people, most people fail by the second Friday in January of their New Year resolutions. They
Isn't
call
that
this
something?
they call this Quitter's Day. The
Tammy
second
just
Friday in January, they call this Quitter's Day.
Quitter's Day. Tammy just looked up something as I was speaking. She looked up the commitment, right? They call how many weeks
It's
into
this.
January?
They just said the second. How about this? The second Friday in
The
January.
second Friday in January is called Quitter's Day because 9 times out of 10, you guys are gonna quit.
That's how far
The
most
second
people make
Friday.
it. The
That's how
second Friday.
far most people make it. Those are numbers. Those are facts. She's Googling in real time. So those numbers are factual. The second Friday, they
So
call it Quitter's Day.
what are we doing? We're still working on it, right?
Exactly. That's a good one. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, we're
I
still
love
working on it. But it could be a reminder, you guys. And I'm telling you, if we don't, I don't want to sound harsh. Like still working on it is a bad thing.
But
But I'm
sometimes,
gonna talk to myself. Y'all
Tammy,
got some stuff that I've been
all
working
gas,
on
no
that
brakes.
I ought to be ashamed.
Exactly. Here's the thing, Tam. When you said, "Well, I don't want to sound too harsh," in today's climate, you have to be that way. You got to give it to them raw. This is what it is.
Meaning we don't want to discourage people who really are working on it. That's what I'm
I
saying.
get it.
Because there are some people listening, hopefully, or will listen, that is
Yeah,
working on it, right?
yeah,
True, they get going hard. Don't
real
this
hard.
is not for you. But you should already know that if it's not for you, right?
Right, right, right.
Um, because you know that you really are working on it. But some people, like I was,
Exactly.
I told Trent today, God, if God allows me to go into 2026, y'all, I'm gonna be so bad,
Right.
so raw, so real, so successful in everything that I touch. You know why? Because I'm gonna work the hell out of it.
Right.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it so much it's gonna get tired of me working on it. So it's just gonna go ahead and say, let's just go ahead and do this.
Hold on one second. I just opened up the chat over there on YouTube. You guys forgive me. We're streaming in multiple directions here today. So this is a pop-up for me and the butterfly. Me and the butterfly we've been doing this for many moons, and we decided to turn it on and get it on and popping today. So I'm gonna say hi. I see you saying hi over there on TikTok. So not on TikTok, on YouTube.
You
On
too.
you, I can't say YT because I have TikTok on.
Oh,
So
okay.
hey YT, how y'all doing? I see Al Sal. Um,
What?
there's a ton of people over. Yeah, Al Sal's over there on
No, I
YouTube.
mean, tell
I
us
mean,
how. I mean, you can't say. You have to say YT
you gotta say YT because
because of TT.
because of TT. You can't see YT because of TT. There
Lord
you
have
go.
mercy. Okay.
Too much, way too much, way too
Don't
much.
they know it's
And this
enough for everybody? Don't they know it's
exactly,
don't they know? Don't
and
they
this
know
is
that
why
there's a KFC, Popeyes, Bojangles, corner store
exactly,
selling chicken? Do they know? And all of them still up and running.
exactly, and this
They
is why
know.
we're on our own platform. So we streaming it live because we want to get to you guys directly on the live podcast tonight. But normally we're podcasting on our own platform. So but we're still podcasting from the platform to multiple directions. That's all. But good stuff, man. Truly appreciate you guys. But yeah, Tammy, I get it. I totally get it, man. You know, again, like Tammy said, we don't want to discourage people who's actually doing the work and still working on it. Those are the people that are holding themselves accountable. We're not talking to the people that's holding themselves accountable to what they've committed themselves to. We're talking about the people with instant gratification needs. I'll say that again. We're talking to people with instant gratification needs. You know what I'm saying? Like what this situation is. Think about it. If I had an instant gratification mindset, I'd still be sitting in that wheelchair. I'd still be bedridden. I knew this was gonna be a long haul. I knew it was gonna be a long haul.
Hmm.
Once I got out of my way, once I sat with myself, it was on and popping. It was on and popping.
Once you did what?
Once I got out of my way and
There
sat
you go.
with myself, it was on and popping. It was
You know,
on and
I was
popping.
in my head. I'm truly a thinker, an overthinker, and I'm trying to overcome that. I'm working on it, right?
Right,
That's going to take a little longer. But I was thinking, and not to throw shade on anyone who has a degree, fine and dandy, right? All
right,
good.
right.
But I was thinking about how many people have, whether it's a bachelor's, PhD, whatever it is,
Mhm.
in something, whether it's science, I don't know, whatever it is, but never get that degree in the education of self. Like, can understand everything, because I'm telling y'all, if you could pay to get a degree, the degree of self, education of self, I think that's one of the most
Right.
important degrees one can ever get. It's a sad thing to see an educated person, man or woman, in a certain field, but be a
Tammy, they
damn
want to know.
fool and dumb
They want to know.
to
Do
them,
I do
to
I
who
remember
they
the
are.
question? They want to know the question that I posed. What was the question you posed? And I asked the audience.
Which one?
It was a question that you posed to TikTok. I can't remember.
What is it? What is
Yeah.
it?
What was the question?
Yeah, no, what is it? What I'm still working
What?
on it. What is
Oh,
it?
the question
What's the
is.
question?
The question is, what is it? I'm still
And
working on it.
what
What
does
is it?
that what does working on it look like to them?
And what does working on it look like to you? So the
Right.
question is, what is it? And
That you're still working
working on
on.
it? What does working on it look like to you?
Right.
Let me know and
Meaning,
I'll relay that.
okay.
Go ahead.
But I was just getting back to, how many of us are walking around, you guys, and I say we, right?
Right.
Because man, I didn't realize how broken I was until not very long ago, right? Didn't realize how traumatized I was
Takes
and
work.
how smooth I was operating in it. like I wasn't, right? Like thought I was good. But man, when you sit down, like you said, when you pull back and you sit with yourself,
Yeah, it's a must.
in all honesty, if you're gonna still be working on something, let it be you, who you are. Why are you here? What's your purpose? What is the
Right.
thing that you would do for free if money didn't matter? What brings you
Exactly.
peace, right?
So
So
would it
get out of that box that Trent was talking about that the world has put us in. It tells you, oh, wait till January 1st. Go
exactly.
out and get sloppy drunk on December 31st, party hard, instead of working on it, whatever it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't wait.
So when we
Don't
talk
do
about working on it, so would it be safe to say, Tammy, that when were you holding yourself accountable when you wasn't working on it?
I'm
Were
a
you holding
I
yourself accountable?
Okay, so here is, and this is another thing for everybody to ponder.
Mhm.
What is your thing? My thing was procrastination. But there was reasons I would procrastinate. I'm waiting on this, I'm waiting on that, I'm waiting on
Right.
this person, that person, want to know all the answers. As I mentioned, I'm an overthinker. So I think about what I think about. One
Gotcha.
of my
Yeah.
colleagues said we need to talk to our thoughts, not listen to them.
That's real talk.
Until
That's
you
real
get
talk.
to a healthy place, and even then, I still find myself, no, we're not doing that. I'm not that same Tammy. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. We're not doing that. Because there's two of us. I don't know
Yeah.
about y'all, but I found out there's two of me.
That's very important. And that's
Right.
Tammy said that her thing was procrastination. She
And
was
overthinking,
and overthinking.
right?
Procrastination and overthinking. That was her
Right.
thing.
So I got a lot of things that great ideas,
Right.
but I just would never really birth them. I got a lot of babies,
Yeah.
right, in me that was never born, and they're long overdue. In real life, I would be sick or dead with all these babies in
Exactly.
me.
You know, stagnation will hold you from accountability because stagnation wants to be stagnant. Should I say that again and rewind that? Stagnation will hold you from accountability because stagnation wants you to be stagnant. Think about that for a second, man.
I,
If you
I, I
constant,
also think the working on it gives some people a high. And I'm saying by working on a little bit here, a little bit there,
yeah,
post a little bit here, post a little bit there, get a little bit more likes, right? Get a
yeah,
speaking engagement here. But is it consistent?
exactly.
Because when consistency takes over or steps in, you don't have just a speaking engagement here, an interview here, one
So,
there. And if you do, they're so
yeah,
large, you don't even need another one
exactly,
for a while.
exactly. That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. When we talk
So
about working on again, we're not talking to the people who's actually holding themselves accountable. We're talking about I'm working on it. We're talking about the people who's not consistent with it. We're talking to people about who's not actually following through, not going through with it. I'll say like Simon said, the procrastinator. So we're not talking about the people that's consistently holding themselves accountable and committed to the goal and the plan that they put in place. You have
we're
to.
talking to the people who don't know what it is, who don't know when the last time they worked on it,
Exactly.
does not have a plan for it. Just go by the fly. Like, okay, well
Exactly.
maybe today, or something is said, something is done to make you move on it today, and then as soon as it
Exactly.
smooths over, life smooths over, then you put it down again. It's like a baby. You cannot put a baby in a room and go back a day or two later and check on the baby.
Exactly. Hey Tamika, I see you. I see you over there, Tamika. That's my gym buddy. Good to see you, sis.
Hey, Tamika, keep him in the gym. Keep him in the gym, Tamika.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Tamika acting, and let's talk about Tamika for a quick second. She's very inspiring, man. She's actually in a scooter. She had some situations with her legs, and she's in a scooter. She can't
Mhm.
walk. She could stand up, but she can't walk. But she's consistently in the gym. That sounds like a person to me who's actually doing the work. She's working on it. she's actually working on it. When I walk in the gym, I'm always amazed by seeing her. Most of the time, we're walking in together. Well, she's rolling, I'm walking in together with her husband,
Mhm.
Michael. But she's consistently working on it. Every single day, she's in the gym every day.
You
Now,
know,
if I could get her to get in that cold dip, that's gonna be phenomenal.
to get what?
If I could get her to get in the cold dip, it'll be phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know, being a newly person into the gym, like back in the day, 2021, stayed in the gym, you guys. It's been a
right,
while. So I've just been kind of walking and I even put that to the side.
right.
But here lately, last few weeks, I've been
I'm
at the
proud of you
gym
going
with
at it. You
my
going at it.
son. Let me tell you, it is different. That should probably be a start
Right.
because not only does it help you physically, I believe it
Right.
also helps you mentally. I
Exactly.
really do. I think it really puts you in a different frame of mind when you do it consistently.
Exactly.
Um, it does. It does something for your day. I don't think we're moving enough. I don't think we are in that sense.
Right.
In another sense, I think we're moving too much. But I don't think we take the time to really um, connect with our bodies, sit down enough in silence to connect with our mental, with our heart, with our God,
Right.
with our Heavenly Father. I don't think we do enough of that. And that can
I'm
cause
glad.
us to continue working on it, but not know what it
Exactly.
is or what we're doing with it.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. You know, when I started working on it, um, I consistently started doing it once I was introduced to yoga, which I used to meditate all the time, but once yoga was introduced to me, and then while still in a wheelchair, I thought that was so asinine. When they first talked to me about it, said, "Well, we're gonna start doing yoga with you." I'm like, "This is asinine. This shit is not gonna work. I'm in a
No,
wheelchair. Y'all
you
don't
said
see? Hello,
I'm a man. I don't do no damn
I don't
yoga.
do no damn yoga. What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
But
I'm a man.
partly yoga saved my life. But once I aligned myself back to the divine, again, it was on and popping. The consistency started became second nature. It became second nature, man.
But
Once you
there's that
align
box
yourself.
again too. I'm a man. I don't do yoga. There's a box
Exactly.
that you have to get out of. You have to
Exactly.
know the box, right? You guys,
Right.
and you have to know when you're in it, when you've been put in it. And we've all been put in it, but you have to make a conscious
And
decision to get out of it.
most most time we place ourselves in that box. We jump in a box with everybody else. So it's really us. We do it to ourselves.
You know
Again,
what?
that thing
I
called
do
taking
believe that, but
accountability.
I think it's sometimes we unconsciously do it because we just float with whatever is was
Yeah.
popping and on. You know, we pick it up and put it down based on what they give to us and what they take back to us. Now, in that sense, y'all, I can't say we there because I
Right.
still got old clothes, right? That came back in style, right? If I like it, I like it. I'm not gonna do away with it. That's like they say, don't
Right.
wear white after what September. I can wear my white whenever I
But
want to. Who said that?
it's so easy to get in the box with the sheep. It's so easy.
It's if you don't go back to that self education that I was talking about before.
Right.
You could have all the degrees that you have worked and paid for and went to school to get. But if
Right.
you get that and never get an understanding of yourself, you have nothing. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all can be mad all you want. If you got
Uh-oh.
all that but don't know who you are,
Yeah.
you got
You're
nothing.
absolutely right. You're
You're like the
absolutely right.
wind, like a napkin in the wind.
You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So this topic was on a whim of conversation. And normally sometimes when Tam and I talk, different topics pop up out of the conversation. You know, I mean, just a variety of topics. But this one, I just said I'm still working. She said, "You got a topic? I'm still working on it." And that's how the topic came about. So I kind of forgot that. I thought it was your topic, but it
No,
was your topic. But I thought it was.
Yeah.
Thought it
Well, I
was
mean, that's because you said you're still working. I said that's a topic because so many of us have so
yeah,
many things that we're still working on that it's what they said about the baby. It's overdue. You
yeah.
10 months pregnant? What?
That
It's
baby's
overdue.
seriously overdue.
Yeah. What's
Exactly,
going on in there? Baby still
exactly,
alive? You know. So
exactly.
um and no pun there because I know that we're talking about real life, but your it is your life. Your it should be your life.
That's
Your
right.
it should be part of your purpose. So to birth it past whatever time, just like to birth
Okay.
to keep still have a baby in you after 9 months, 10, 11, 12, 13 months. If you heard that, you'd be like, what? Have you gone to the doctor? What did the doctor say?
Right.
You
So
know?
let's talk about working on it, and some may look at it as a weakness, but it's really not a weakness. It's just a hard truth. If you're honest
What do you
with and you're
mean?
taking accountability,
Some people may look at
meaning
it as a weakness.
I'm afraid to say I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not a weakness, and don't be afraid to say I'm still working on it. Act it as just a hard truth. It tells me that you're taking accountability. I'm still working on it. You know, even in this situation, 6 years later, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, and it's okay because I'm taking accountability. I'm taking accountability for I'm still working on it.
You know, something else I think so when you find out what your it is and you create a plan for it,
Right,
we should also think about creating a time frame for it. And that's the plan, the measuring. What do I need to do to get it started, to get the it
right.
going? What do I need to do after it gets going to keep it going and to make it to keep it successful? And then more successful. How do I bring people in so that they could be successful with me? Because we cannot do it all by ourselves.
No, we
So
can't.
if you don't know what it is, if you don't have a plan for it, and if it is past
Right.
its due date, but if you never had a due date, then you don't know that. And you'll forever be working on it.
Here's the thing, and I know she's not gonna like me to bring this up. She is not gonna like me to bring it, but I'm gonna bring it up because something you just said struck a thought in my head in the beginning. With this anniversary of the incident being on the hills, actually it's on the 26th. Like I said, in the top of the podcast. When I was at the rehabilitation center, um, God spoke to me. Tammy knows this conversation all too well, but I'm telling to my TikTok fam and all these folks out there. Um, and as I'm crying out, asking him not to leave me, all these things took place. And he said, "What are you talking about? I never left you. I've always loved you like I love David." He said, "I never left you. I always loved you like I love David." Then he went on with his instructions. This is how I got to here. So the first person he instructed me to call was Tam. I've
Mhm.
been knowing Tammy for a number of years, and I've been on her platform for a number of years, speaking, going into a city, doing events, speaking at her events, University of Memphis, all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm confused, but what am I calling her for? But I didn't question, I just did it. So after a while, I called her, and that's how I got back to the platform. Tammy. That's how I got back. I lost my memory, and some things I forgot, didn't know how to do anymore. But she would do we used to call it broadcasting back in the day, now it's a
You know what?
podcast.
I'm gonna have to stop you
Go
because
ahead.
you've told this story before and you never quite get it right. But it's
Go
okay.
ahead, what? Yeah,
It's
what?
okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Go
You
ahead.
guys, let's just be honest here. So he was all in
Oh,
his feelings. That ego was still there, right? It was there.
when was this? You gotta give me a
But
time. When?
this is the way it went, right? You
Uh,
were all in your feelings, da 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 da. And I guess you wanted me to have some, and I had
oh, that's right.
sympathy, but I
You
did not. I'm like, okay, now what?
you hung up on me. You hung up on me when I
Like
was
you're gonna have a pity party. I gotta
yeah.
go. And not in the sense was okay. Now what? I hear you, but now what? What's gonna happen? What next?
No, actually what you told me to do was he was like, I want you to read the Four Horsemen book.
I
You
do
remember
remember
that?
that. Mm-hmm.
No, that what you talking? I'm not doing that. Then you hung up on me, and I called back, and that's when you told me about the pity party.
Okay.
I couldn't understand why you wanted me to read that book. I'm like, why would I read a book I wrote?
So, okay,
Didn't
I was
get it.
going to say, because not everybody may not know what that book, what it is, but it was a book that you wrote about yourself and your brothers. And
Right.
I think the reason, because sometimes y'all, we have to go back and find out why, and
Mhm.
something to help us keep going. Right. And I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that book. I'd read it, of course. And I thought that you would find some strength in that. Some, something would trigger you to get back up and get
Right.
going.
And
Because we've
honestly, you
all
know
been
what?
through something. We've all been through something, you guys, that could hold us down. All of
I don't,
us.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but one of the reasons I was hesitant, I still had a bit of ego in me and hadn't been worked out. And I was afraid because I didn't want people to see me that way. Because remember, when we were broadcasting, there was no camera. We was straight up through the microphone, keep it going. On Block Talk, it wasn't there was no camera. So nobody saw us. But this time, once I came back to the platform, oh, we got video. we we oh
Different
no, these
world.
people can't see me like this. These people cannot see me. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this. But I was afraid because I still hadn't sat with myself.
You were, I
So
think, also afraid of what people might think and say and do, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I was terrified. I was terrified. So honestly, Tammy pushed me off the ledge. She pushed me completely off the ledge. Boop. Wheelchair, bedridden, or boop. And pretty much what I say by pushing me off the ledge was, hey, listen, that's the only way I'm gonna do it. That's the only way I'm gonna be here. That,
I
that
just remember
I'm taking
think
I'm
the
taking
now,
it, I'm
now
taking it as
what?
if I'm taking it if I'm taking it as if you telling me you have to take the first step.
Yeah.
You have to take the first step and I'll be there. And like a
Okay,
true soldier, she has been it.
here's a good example of this. I was last weekend, I think it was last Saturday or Saturday before, one of them, and I ran into someone that I had met previously. She's a life coach as well.
Mhm.
And we had met about a year ago, earlier
Yeah,
in the year, and we had said that we were going to connect. My fault, I never did. But we
right,
were talking about our clients and things like that. And we're in a different place of our coaching people. She's on the softer side, meaning, okay, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, right?
right,
She says that sometimes people are just not ready to change. And I said, well, they're not ready to change. I'm not ready to talk.
right. That's
That's
yeah,
where I am. And I told her, to me, it's like, why would I fill up a car with gas that has no motor in it? And I don't plan to put one in it. Why?
that's deep. Yeah, I get
Why?
it.
And so, and it's not, it's, there's a time, if I would have heard somebody say that, I would have been like, that's crazy. You got to give people their time and space. No, you got to help people face who they are and be
Yeah,
ready
yeah,
for what they say they want. You can't
yeah,
keep coming back here, sitting here, and you don't even want it. You don't
right.
want to fit. You're afraid of change to the point that all you're gonna keep doing is coming back working on it. But we're not
Exactly.
gonna ever get anywhere. I'm
So to
taking
get
your
back
money.
to
You're wasting my time.
exactly. So
Still working on some things.
to get back on it, I'm still working on it. Again, the only way I was able to move was until I sat with myself. It's imperative that you sit with yourself and tell yourself the hard truths about your reality. Like for me, this was my new normal. This was my new
Mhm.
normal, and I had to sit with myself with that in order for me to continue to work on it. This was my new normal, and I had to sit with it. So that's
And
called
then
holding yourself accountable.
what is normal?
Different ability. I call
What was your normal before?
the right arm worked properly. I mean, the left arm worked properly, and I
What's
didn't walk without
properly?
the limp.
What's
Exactly.
properly?
I get your point. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
What?
So the reason why, and I use these words, and I speak with these people, people with different abilities all the time. But I coined it. Hey, this is a different ability. This is your new normal now. This is your reality. This is your reality. You have to face yourself first before you do anything. Before you implement any plan, you have to face. It's imperative that you face yourself and sit with yourself. Get comfortable with
Mm,
it because it's not going anywhere. It's definitely not going anywhere. So,
mm.
hey,
Oh boy. Well, this felt really good to first time
did
around.
it?
It was a little chaotic today. It's been a chaotic day, but you guys, I was determined that I was going to do this tonight. If it would have been
Exactly.
11 o'clock p.m., I was
It's been quite some time.
determined that,
I'm so glad to see you on the other side of that camera, man. I haven't seen you there in a year. And I mean, I won't talk about the backstory of why you haven't been into the platform, but it's glad to see you, and I love you.
yeah, same here, same here. And you guys, I hope that you will. I have two people, maybe three, that are just kind of sitting. You're one of them for sure, Trent. My son is another who wants to really sit with me for about an hour and have me talk about um, what led up to the coma, the
Right,
coma, and
right,
how I am so different, you guys. When I tell you I am so different till I don't know myself right now. Like I feel like I'm getting to know me in a way that if this had not happened,
right.
boy, I tell you, God is good. And it seems I
God is good
said this
all
to
the time.
myself today that to be able to just thank God for such difficult times in my life, it's
Right.
it's a beautiful thing to
That's a
just
beautiful
trust.
thing.
It
We don't want to
is.
we don't want to give away her story, and I'm gonna leave it on this note. Um, I totally, completely relate to what Tammy's saying right now because I've been in that place. And when I say that place,
Mm,
Tammy knows exactly the place I'm talking about. I've been in that place. And when you come back from that place, there is nothing, you won't recognize yourself, not until you reconnect with the divine. But once you go to that place, it's an
mm,
amazing place to be, man.
mm.
It's an amazing place to be. And your family won't recognize you. Uh, Nobody will recognize you. But you just know it's just something that you know. Sometimes you can't explain it until you sit with it for quite some time. But going to that place after a situation like that is amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing. Something was injected in me when I went to that place. Something supernatural injected something in me when I went
yeah,
to that place.
yeah,
I am not the same person.
yeah. And I gotta say this, and I'm not gonna say anything else about
Go ahead. Yeah.
my what I
Because
went through.
we don't want to give that away. Go ahead.
But I gotta say this because something I think it will add to what you just said.
Go ahead.
It was so um I feel crazy saying beautiful. It was such a beautiful experience, you
It
guys.
was. No, it's not
When
crazy.
I
It's not crazy at all. And
when
Tamika
I
says she's been there too, Tammy. That's Tamika says she's been to that place too. That's right.
I questioned God. Did you really mean to bring me back? Did you did
I
you
did the same
really?
thing. I
Like
did the
did you
same thing. I
do I
questioned too.
really have to be here? And I don't mean that like because you think about your loved ones, especially my son who's still not over the
Yeah.
entire thing, but it's words cannot explain.
I was doing a podcast with Catherine over in France a couple of months ago, and we talked. She wanted to talk about my story. And I shared my story with her. And it's something I told her on that podcast. Once we expire, that's not it. That's not the end. That is not the end. That is not the end. I don't care what nobody says. I knew my experience in that place. I knew exactly where I was. I was very aware in my mind where I was, and I know who I was with. Didn't see him. I felt him. I called it the energy. But that's not the end. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna let Tammy tell her story on a platform. We'll sit and we'll talk about it. But my friend, it's so great to see you in this place. And I love you.
Mm,
And you know you mean the
right
world
back
to me.
at
So, yeah, you mean the world to me. And
you.
we'll definitely be doing this. You gotta get your legging up under you to do podcasts again. So it's gonna take some time to isn't that something how you work me back into the seat? I'm gonna work you back into the seat. That's some good stuff, man.
I'm back. I'm
That's
back.
some good stuff. That's some good
I'm
stuff.
back.
That's right. That's right.
So
And here's the thing, like
I'm glad to
I
be.
did a video, I did a random video as I was walking Kobe earlier, and I didn't publish that piece of the video. And I was saying, well, I'm gonna have Tammy on tonight. It's nothing scripted because I've been knowing her for many moons, and we're just gonna open it up and go at it. Just go for it, as always. It's like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike.
I think
Just got to
there's
be
no other
reminded.
way to do it. For me, there's no other way to do it because you'll plan, what you're going to say and what you need to
Yeah,
say, and then none of that is said, right?
exactly.
Right. So
Slash like to call Tammy and I Peaches and Herb. That's an old R&B group from back in the day. So
it
Peaches
just
and Herb getting one in. Peaches and Herb getting one in tonight. Yeah, man. So that's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. Real good stuff. You want to close out for us, Tammy, so we can get out of here?
I was looking for something to share, but
Go ahead.
I can't find that one. So I'm gonna leave it with one that I have found. I said
Go ahead.
earlier that, and this is not a quote. I wish I could knew whose quote it was, but it's not one of mine. But I said earlier, the greatest lies that we tell are the ones that we tell to ourselves, right? And then worse than that, we start to believe them, right? I'm
Yeah.
working on it. I'm all good. Everything's good.
No, and
I
it's
look
not.
over
Yeah.
this, I look over that, whatever, right? But that
Yeah.
stuff is settling in you and it's causing you to just continue to carry your baby and not birth your baby.
Mm,
So I'll leave you with this man, and I'll say it says man, but man or woman is defeated, or we are defeated, not by our enemies, but an uncontrolled mind.
mm,
An uncontrolled mind. You get your mind in control. You be willing to give up
yeah.
anything, anybody for your peace and understand what that means. Peace that surpasses all understanding, right? So, you guys, I'm telling you, sit with yourself, quiet your life enough to know that you're in labor,
Exactly.
but
And what
also
I
to
call
know
that,
that it's time to have that baby.
that's
It's
right.
time to have it.
I call that, ladies and gentlemen, self mastery. Once you master yourself, you can conquer anything. That mountain will immediately turn into a molehill. Guaranteed.
So, when are we back on?
Whenever you're ready.
No, give me a date and time. We're not going to be working on this. We're finna plan this. We're not working on it. We are planning
Um,
it.
let's next week.
When
Let's do
are
that. Let's do it next week. You want to do it
what
next
day?
week? We can do
Sunday?
Sunday's perfect for me.
Okay, so we're gonna work out the TikTok thing and all this other stuff. We'll be ready. We won't be working
TikTok. You
on it.
heard her. She's gonna work. We're gonna work out the TikTok thing so everybody could be involved in it. So Tammy will be streaming as well on us. Again, follow her, the communication coach on TikTok.
Wait, is that what I am on TikTok? Wait, is that my TikTok name?
The communication coach. That's the way they're gonna
Wait,
look you
is
up.
it?
But it's some call me butterfly, but the communication coach pops up.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, see,
Forgive her,
see,
folks.
it's new
She's
to me,
still
y'all.
learning. She's still learning.
Yeah, he's the one told me I needed to get it. I
Yeah,
don't even
man.
see my TikTok thing. Okay,
I
I'm
tag
gonna
you
get it
to
worked out, you guys.
there you go. So the communication coach. The communication coach, go follow her now because we're gonna be knocking this another podcast
Telling
out
y'all,
next week. Sunday we'll definitely be there. So
I'm
TikTok going to
already in
sign off and I'm gonna close the
2026. Y'all
studio
can
off.
join us.
You guys be epic. Go ahead, Tammy. What you
All
say?
right. No, I was just telling the good people that I'm already in 2026. You better join me. Don't
That's right.
wait.
That's right.
Don't
That's
wait.
right. That's right.
Because
All gas, no
that
brakes.
second Friday is Quitters Day.
All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes.
Yes.
All gas.
Yes.
This is a good one, man. This is a good one. So, hey, man, it is what it is. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Hey, Tamika, I see you. Hold on a second. She said she's been in that place also. So, yeah, that's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. Thanks to Gwendolyn for popping in on multiple platforms out there in Minneapolis. Truly appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Thank you for that purchase of the recovery book as well. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, Tam and I'll be back here on next Sunday.
We
We're gonna
will.
continue this conversation and we're gonna dig in a little deeper and see how it's going with I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Come back with some progress of your it, especially for the people who wanted to know what the question was. That's something. Let's hear from you guys about your it,
Exactly. Good stuff.
right?
Good stuff.
Your plan for it. What is it? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to what it is, but your plan. How did you work on it differently this week?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So until
right.
next week, Kobe needs to walk. I need to get out of these hot lights. So you should see this place, man. It's totally renovated here. Lights and cameras everywhere.
And action.
You'd be proud. You would definitely be proud. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we'll definitely talk. We'll definitely talk soon. And until next week, Tammy, you hold on. I'm gonna see you in the back of the studio.
Okay, will do.
Until next week, you guys be epic.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedie Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.